Okay, Tov Yeladim.
Hello, Rabbi.
Shalom, Rabbi. Shalom, Rabbi.
Okay, Tov, everybody. Shalom, shalom aleichem. Alrighty, let's start off our day. Love's got her orange juice this morning. She's happy. Mia's got her wet head. It's Lara Land today. Yeshua's gonna pray, and the Laras are gonna do the Shema, and Hadassah is gonna do the Ten Commandments.
Thank you, Lord, for this day, for giving us that we could do all about your word and obey each other, so that we could move and play and should name. Amen. Shema Yisrael, Yehovah Eloheinu, Yehovah Ehad, Baruch Shekebo, Mafuedo, Leolam, Bayeh. Hear Israel, the Lord our God is one God. I'm the Lord who died in Egypt. Do not take the name of the Lord God. I'm the Lord who died in Egypt. Do not have any other beside my face. Do not take the name of the Lord in vain. This Sabbath holy. Honor your mother and father. Do not murder. Do not commit adultery. Do not steal. Do not lie. Do not covet.
All right, let's give Hadassah the big two fingers. Two fingers. And Lev and me are giving golf claps. All righty, who wants to read this morning? Lev's hand was first. Okay, let's do verse 27 and 28. Let's talk about what's going on here in these verses. Wrong button.
Come, let's sell him to the Ishmaelim instead of putting him to death with our own hands. After all, he is our brother, our own flesh. His brothers paid attention to him. So when the Midianite merchants passed by, they drew and lifted Yosef up out of the cistern and sold him for half a pound of silver shekels to the Ishmaelim, who took Yosef on to Egypt.
All right, thank you, Lever Baloney, for a good read. Now, let's see. Let's start with the younger kids. So we got. Okay, Yeshua, do you think Yosef was happy to leave his brothers since they hated him so much?
No.
Do you think his brothers were mean?
Yeah.
Why do you think they were mean?
Because they were jealous.
They were jealous.
Yeah, because their father had more favor in Joseph, and then he and his dreams, and then they got more jealous because of the coat too.
Do you think it's right to be jealous, Yeshua?
No,
Why do you think it's wrong, Hadassah? Why do you think it's wrong, Hadassah?
because the like it.
Say that again, please, a little louder.
God doesn't like it because it's bad for him, and he doesn't like it because the people are not obeying him.
God doesn't like it, then why did God allow it? Why did God allow it to happen?
Because
This might be a little hard to understand. You don't know? All right, let's see. Lev is raising your hand. Lev?
The reason why God did this was to test Joseph if he would trust in God, like Yaakov and Abraham and Yitzhak. He was testing Joseph, just like them.
He was testing Joseph, but Joseph did nothing wrong.
Sometimes there's a period that basically it happens that you get tested by God and you're like all alone.
But isn't he going to be scared? Look at that picture. Like, they're giving the Ishmaelim him and they're getting the money, and Joseph's like, brothers, why are you doing this? And I did nothing wrong. Do you think this is all a test for Joseph? Well,
It's a test for Joseph and for Yaakov.
how do you know how does Joseph know this is a test? Did the teacher tell him, like, on Friday you're going to have a test?
No, there's no teacher back then. There's just God and the father and mother. Those were the only teachers of the family back then. But Joseph, he basically didn't have a teacher that would tell him like, oh, your test is on Friday next week, so you have 1 week to study. It was not like that. God would probably give them in a dream, maybe.
So did Joseph have a dream to know that this test was going to happen?
Well, he probably did, but it probably never says it here.
So you're thinking and Joseph had a dream that this was all going to happen. So he's calm. He's like, in the picture there, he's like, you took my coat and everything. I don't remember the dream. So Joseph's thinking I did nothing wrong.
It was just a dream. He probably was, he probably knew that God would go with him everywhere. So he probably wasn't screaming, like, ah, let me go, let me go, let me go. He probably wasn't going like that.
So you think he just went calmly?
He probably was scared a little bit, but not as much as a regular person would be, like without God. They would probably be super scared. But he probably was just like scared just a little bit because he knew that God was with him everywhere he went.
I don't know, Lev. What do you think you would do, Lev?
It sounds like that. I would ask them, why are they doing this?
Okay, you don't think Joseph asked that question?
They probably did, but
And they probably, what if they didn't answer you? Or what if they said you're ugly and you smell like farts?
I don't.
Remember, his brothers they don't like him.
They probably made fun of him sometimes.
So what do you think's going on? You think Joseph is going to be calm?
How could I say? Sort of calm, maybe.
Okay, let's see what Marley thinks. Marley, what do you think about what's going on here? Do you think you agree with Lev that Joseph is just going to be calm and he's going to leave and he's or what do you think's going on? Why do you think his brothers did this, Marley?
Absolute jealousy.
Absolute jealousy. Well, what is jealousy?
Well, you want something from another person.
Oh, you got a black hat on today.
Yes.
No more green hat.
Yes.
Okay, so you think Joseph was calm during this whole situation? Just like, okay, I'll just go with you guys.
Nope.
He's maybe thinking, oh, I'll be back in a week. Dad will come find me.
Probably.
Then he's going to say, well, then my brothers will get it, right?
I don't think so. I don't think that's the way Yosef. I don't think that would be the way Yosef would think.
What do you think's going on in his head right now? Look at the picture. Oh, brothers. Get out of here, you stupid little kid. We hate you.
I feel like that Yosef would be mad at them because they sold their own brother. They wouldn't do it with the others like Reuben, Simeon, Levi. They wouldn't do it to them, the rest.
Could you do that to Adrian?
No. Our mom will
Um,
find out.
excuse me?
Our mom will find out so easily. Are you kidding me?
Okay, you think your mom will find out easily. Okay, well, we'll come back to that in a minute. What do you think? Let's see if Victoria's here. Also over here. Victoria,
Yeah.
what do you think? What do you think's going on in why do you think the brothers did this, Victoria?
Well, they were very jealous of him.
What is jealousy?
Jealousy is like when you don't have something, or yeah, when you don't have something and someone else has it and you really want that, so you would like do anything to get that. It can be like favoritism or like an object too.
Okay, do you think jealousy is okay?
No.
Then why do we have it?
Well, because I guess you can say it's kind of like a test, because if you if you are jealous, it would be that like you're not obeying God, because God doesn't want you to be jealous.
God doesn't want you to be jealous, but he's allowing this situation to happen. So what do you think's going on in Joseph's mind? He's done nothing wrong.
I think that he's like worried, but he trusts in God, so he's like not worried as much.
So you think he's like 20% worried?
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't that be lacking in trust if you're worried?
Well, not really, because like you can also do something to try to like prevent something from happening. It's not just God that has to do something. So like yeah, you can help yourself too.
I didn't understand anything you just said.
So, like, if he finds something that he can, like, try to escape or get out, he can, like, help himself. He
Oh, so
doesn't, it doesn't.
you think he's planning an escape?
Well, I don't think he is, but he can.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go over to Allie Mae. Allie Mae, what do you think? Why do you think the brothers did this, Allie Mae?
Because they were mad at him.
They're mad at him?
Yeah.
They're gonna sell their own brother because they're mad at him?
Yeah,
Say it again, please.
and they were jealous.
What's jealousy?
Jealousy is when somebody wants something, or when somebody is when somebody
When somebody you stop with when somebody does what?
I don't know.
What do you think's going on in Yosef's head? He's done nothing wrong, and he's being taken by these people he doesn't know. He didn't pack his bags. He doesn't have his toys. He doesn't have his books or whatever. He's just got his underwear on there in the picture.
Um, I don't know. He doesn't have his stuff because they did that.
What would be going on in your head? If somebody came and took you, you just got the clothes on your back, got your toothbrush, you got nothing, you're just being taken away by these people, and they beat you, they tie you up, your hands are tied, you're on a rope, you can't run away. What do you think you'd be thinking?
Scared.
You scared?
Yeah,
Maybe be trying to think of a plan to escape?
probably.
Or maybe you're thinking
Honestly,
your father will come looking for you?
probably most likely.
Okay.
Unless, of course, my brother or my sister sold me and then told my father that I was killed by some wild animal, like yes.
All right, let's see. Mia, what do you think, Mia?
I think Yosef was scared. I mean, for real, if I were him, I'd be scared. I mean, we gotta put ourselves in Yosef's shoes. Or we could say his head, put ourselves in his head at this point. So he'd be scared. I'm pretty sure he was scared. He was probably wondering, like, why are they doing this to me? I didn't know they hate me so much to do this. He's probably like, oh, I hope dad comes or maybe he may look up to heaven and be like, why are you doing this? Or what's happening? What did I do?
You think he's questioning God?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's probably like, what did I do? Why is this happening?
And what do you think he's thinking then when he doesn't get an answer from God?
What did I do wrong? Did they do something wrong that I have to repent of? Or did my father
Think,
do something?
You
that.
think he's thinking his father will come looking for him?
Maybe he was probably thinking that. He's like, Dad may come looking for me. May. Because remember, Yaakov doesn't know about this whole thing yet.
Okay. All right. Good thinking, everybody. All right. So it's good to think about what you would do in this situation. Joseph's done nothing wrong. His brothers hate him, but he didn't. A lot of times we can't think like evil people. So Joseph's just coming to do what his father told him to do. He's all alone, and a lot of times we just have to walk in what God is doing and trusting that everything's going to work out okay. Okay? Sometimes some things are going on and you have to just trust God. You got to just serve God the best way you can. Because the evil sometimes, is allowed to take over for a reason. But there's always a plan of God. So in our next picture here, who wants to read? Mia's hand was up. Lev already had read. Read verse 31.
They took Joseph's robe, killed the male goat, and dipped the robe in the blood.
Okay, so now his brothers took Joseph's robe. See, they've already thought the plan through. They're going to lie to their father. So Joseph might be thinking, well, Dad's going to come look for me. Dad's going to send, somebody after me. Dad's going to find me. But the brothers did something evil. This is something hard to think about. Yeshua. Let's go back to Yeshua. Now, how could the brothers of Yosef, how could they lie to their father? Isn't that something evil, Yeshua?
Yeah.
Well, these are the 12, these are 10 of the tribes of Israel. How could they do something so evil?
Because their heart was evil. Their heart was evil.
How did it get that way?
By jealousy, by anger.
Didn't they see this coming? Didn't they know that this was wrong? To lie to their father, to tell their father that their brother was dead?
They were blinded. They were blinded with jealousy.
How does that happen? Don't they have their eyes open? Like, they're not walking around like this with their eyes closed.
No. Satan blinded them with jealousy.
Satan blinds people?
Yeah. And then they turn to furious.
How does he blind them? Does he put mud in their eye or something?
Nah. He locks their ears so they don't listen to the word of God.
Say that again?
He locks their ears for they don't listen to the word of God.
He locks their ears? Wow. All right, let me ask Lev. Lev, this is pretty. How did the brothers, think of this plan? And I mean, they're going to tell their father their brother is dead. And, Joseph's going to be gone a long time. And he can't call, write, email, text. None of this is around yet. How can people do something so evil?
By jealousy. That's how they wanted to kill him. And that's how they could lie.
So jealousy enables you to lie.
I'm guessing that could be.
I mean, they thought of this whole plan, don't you think? They're following, don't they know that they're following Satan?
Well, yes, they did know that they were following Satan, but they probably hated him so much that they didn't even care about that.
They knew that they were following Satan?
Well, if they grew up in their father's house, yes.
Then how could they do that? They know they're following Satan. Now they're going to lie to their father who's taught them about God. And they're going to say, our brother Joseph was killed by an animal when they know very well that didn't happen. And now they're going to just lie right to their parents' face and the father's face and say, yeah, we found this coat here. Got blood all over it. It must have been some wild animal that some tiger, lion, or bear or elephant killed him.
Well, not elephants.
It was a mad elephant.
Could have been a wild
Maybe a
animal.
rhinoceros.
No. Big animals are gone. I mean, like gigantic animals. Like the T-Rex is gone.
Rhinoceros are rhinos.
A rhino with the big thing on his big horn.
Yes. Those are still real, but the black rhinos are starting to get in.
All right, let's not get sidetracked with the rhino. Okay, how could they tell their father that wild animal killed their mother?
They probably, since they hated Joseph so much, they could tell a lie to their father about him and not even feel bad because they hated Joseph so much.
So their hatred and the evil blinded their eyes, like Yeshua said.
Yes.
Can't they see through that, Lev?
No. They can they I mean they can see through it, but they just don't want to look farther. They just don't want to look at the future, what will happen.
The chain reaction.
Okay, Adrian, how did the brothers get so blinded by Satan?
Jealousy. I mean, they hated the guy already. I mean, they already sold him, so I mean, the things that when you're panicking or knowing that you could get in trouble for this, you're gonna think of some way to cover it up. You're always gonna think about some way to cover it up.
But these are the 10 sons of Jacob, of Yaakov.
Yeah, but they're sinful people.
Weren't they taught about God?
Look at them. They got red eyes. Of course they're evil. Also, who drew this? Because I don't think this was found off the internet.
I don't think it is.
Why not? Well, let's stay with the topic.
Yeah, let's stay on the topic first.
Do you think that if one brother was alone, he could have did this, or it's easier to do it in a group?
It could have been easier to do in a group. Yeah, I mean, you can hold them down, and or simply more manpower, more men.
What about the whole idea? You think if you only had the idea yourself, you think you could follow it through?
I don't know.
Well, I'm asking you.
Depends.
Depends on what.
It it depends if you're strong and big, and I'm not strong and big.
What about the whole thought, Adrian? Is it sometimes easier to do things that are good or bad in it when you're together in a group?
Yeah, it depends because you want to be hip. You want to be, I mean, you want to fit in. So you kind of do stuff you normally wouldn't do outside of the group.
So do you think this was the herd mentality? Like one sheep goes over the edge of the cliff, the rest of the sheep follow him?
Probably. Yeah.
What do you think, Victoria? Do you think it was easier to do this because they're all together in a group, or do you think they could all do it alone?
Well, it was definitely easier because it was like working with a team.
Why is it easier to do something evil in a team?
Well, I mean, not evil, but like in general, with a team, it's a lot easier.
A lot easier to do anything when you're in a team together?
Yeah.
So you think the one brother was leading it, saying, and all the other brothers were like, okay, yeah, this sounds like a good plan.
Well, I think that there was probably like, so like everybody was mad and jealous at him, and probably one of the brothers were like, okay, let's do this, and then everybody agreed to it, and then they were just like helping each other, do bad things.
You help each other to do bad things?
Yeah, I mean, not us, but like them.
Well, you don't think we could do it today in our own lives?
Well, like kidnappers, they do that. If there's like two people, they help each other and work with each other.
Okay, so if you got two, let's take it back to the scripture here. So the one brother starts talking like garbage. Should you just walk away from that person?
I would like tell someone like the father.
But you're feeling jealous yourself, so you should go along with this.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, but actually, yeah. But I mean, I know God, and I wouldn't do that. But I'm
But
pretty
so
sure.
the brothers didn't know God.
Oh, wait. Wait. Okay. So they did know God, but they probably thought they probably didn't care because they just wanted like his father their father's attention.
So you do something evil to get your father's attention.
I guess that's what they did.
I mean, it's like a you know master. I didn't think this plan. I don't think we thought this plan all the way through. Master, Allie Mae, Allie Mae. Let's see. How does this group thing start? Things start to happen. Like Reuben says to Simeon, Reuben says to Shimon. You know, yeah. Did you get a coat? See, Joseph got a coat. Like, yeah, Dad didn't give me a coat. And I'm kind of cold, and that coat's really cool. I think, Dad, you know, Dad must hate us. And then now it comes to this. Oh yeah, let's kill him. Let's throw him. Yeah. That's a good idea. Let. How did this evil thing start to? What should what should the brothers have done? If you're one of the brothers, Allie Mae, should you go along with all this thinking?
No.
And how did it happen? How did this happen? How does Korach later on get 250 other men to follow him to go against Moshe? How does this all happen when something is evil?
Because they all
Got to get closer to your mic.
they they were blinded by the jealousy, and they didn't know what they were getting themselves into. They just thought, oh, let's do this because we're so mad at him. We're jealous. We're jealous of him.
So, do you get mad?
Yeah, sometimes.
sometimes, so what happens when you get mad? You say things that you shouldn't say sometimes.
Yeah.
But these are the 10 sons of Yaakov. They should know better. How come they didn't? Allie Mae, help me. Like, why are we reading about this? Why are we studying this?
Um.
Can this still happen today? Some group of people get together with some evil intent.
Yes.
So why are we reading about this? Why are we?
Because we need to know what could happen later on.
Gotta think the plan all the way through, right?
Yes.
So how did like one of the brothers not like say this is we shouldn't do this, we should, didn't one of the brothers say that we shouldn't do this?
One of them probably could have it. I might have. Don't know though.
All right, let's go over to Mia. Mia, what happens with this group think? How do people get all wrapped up in the evil thought? How did this like all? How did 10 or 9 of the brothers get all wrapped up in this evil thinking?
It's all because of their jealousy. And if you let one feeling, in other words, emotions, take over, then it can lead you to do very bad things.
But this is 10 brothers, maybe like 9 of them are working against Joseph. I mean, this is your own flesh and blood.
It's all because of their jealousy and their hate for Joseph. Because jealousy can lead to anger, and anger can lead to hating. Hate can lead to who knows what's next, murder. Pretty much any emotion that you let it take over. It could be any, like sadness, anger, can lead to sin. And the 9 brothers who were planning on this, they were angry. They didn't like how Yosef was, how like he was very treated or something like that. They thought it wasn't fair. They also thought that they should be treated the same, that they should get a robe just like him or something like that, maybe. They also didn't
Yeah.
like it because of the dreams he had.
But shouldn't logic start to get into some of the brothers' heads? Like okay, guys, this is yeah, he got a coat, and yeah, dad treats him nicer, but want to kill him? I mean, shouldn't some of the brothers? I mean, what if somebody started to say that to you? What would you do?
Well, the whole thing about the killing, like what would I do if I were one of them? I'd probably I'd try not to follow along and be like, wait a minute, guys, yeah, you guys hate him, but why so much to kill him? He's our brother. And like, if no one would listen, then I'll just walk away. It's better. It's you could try to save another soul from going to Sheol later on, but if they won't listen to you, then just go away. You did your part.
But didn't these guys know about God, man?
Well, I suppose yeah, because their father taught them. Because remember, our ancestors had a relationship with God.
Well, then how does Satan deceive this group of 10 sons or 9 sons of Yaakov?
I could say that it was through their emotions. Because first of all, first they get jealous because of the coat that he has, or robe, sorry, and because Yusuf is the favorite of their father. So it happens that they think some bad thoughts. They're probably like, oh, dad probably hates us or something like that. and then they lead to plotting to kill him until one says not to do that, but the other 9 they go ahead and they try to deceive their father by saying that Joseph was killed by a wild animal. Remember, after all, they're human. Humans are not perfect. They could try to be perfect, but it's not like they have to be perfect. They have a choice either to be like God or not to be like God.
But then they take it a little further, Mia. They make a whole plan to lie to their father, and then after the father finds out, the father thinks Joseph is dead. You don't see the sadness that you've caused your parents and repent.
Yeah, they saw the sadness they caused their father, but they didn't care. They're really selfish.
How could people be so selfish and not care about another person's feelings and another person's sadness? I mean, all those years, Yaakov was going to have a hole in his heart because he was the one who sent Joseph to go find out what his brother was doing. And if I hadn't, sent Joseph away, he would be dead. My son is dead. It's all my fault.
Yaakov pretty much the way you were imitating Yaakov, pretty much I guess Yaakov could say that we could say Yaakov was pretty much blaming himself like, it's all my fault. The brothers didn't care. I mean, how could people be so selfish like that? It's because of their own emotions and their soul. People choose to be selfish. Like in the stores, you see how people are busy stocking up on toilet paper. They've already got enough. What they're not really thinking properly. They're panicking. And also the whole thing about the toilet paper. I know it's not really a necessity, but they're clearing off all the store shelves. They're leaving those who don't have much without anything. People only care about themselves.
You mean people are still saying, Marley, would you leave your brother alone? Pay attention to class. Like I said, I'm going to throw you guys out of class. You keep not paying attention. Okay? Because you're being selfish. Satan is deceiving you guys. Trying to learn a lesson. God has us reading the scriptures to learn lessons from people that have gone before us. Because we have the same type of horrible mentality going on in the world today. Okay? We have a fake virus that's being used by the Nazis, the Democratic Party, the Nazis' Democratic Party. Same plan. I think all of you children should watch some Khan Academy history lessons. What's going on right now is what Hitler did in the 1920s and then into 1930. This fake virus, okay, because they are jealous of other people's stuff and they want other people's stuff. And then they thought of a plan. There are some people dying from this virus, but it's not a pandemic. People are sick. It's a cold. It's a bad cold. Okay? It's a bad cold. But the regular flu, more people have died from the regular flu. Okay? So people think, these people are still thinking like the brothers. Their hatred and the lesson that we need to learn. Okay, the lesson that we're learning here is how did this group thinking, this evil group thinking that we see in the 10 or 9 sons of Yaakov, how did it, people that were supposed to know God, people that grew up in a house that knew God, okay, they knew God. Now in this picture, we see them, let's go back to the other picture. This is a good depiction. Joseph pleading with his brothers, don't sell me. I did nothing wrong. And then his brothers selling him and then making up a lie to tell their father. And their father is going to be very sad. See later on, he puts on sackcloth and ash, and he mourns for a very long time. and they don't repent, the brothers never repent to their father, saying, yeah, we're very sorry. We made up this whole thing. And maybe try to explain to their father why they did it. They never repent. So how does it, the object is because a lot of times when you're young, especially when you're young, you're homeschooling, so you're a little bit different. You don't have group thinking as much, but you go to some co-ops or stuff like that, you want to be like, or even a congregation, okay? You want to be liked by the other kids. So sometimes you'll go along with stuff that maybe it's not so good. Or you won't speak up because you don't want to be, well, then they won't play with me, you know? I'll be sitting here all alone, I got nothing to do. And I can't play my video games on Shabbat. And you might do something or go along with something or not speak up and tell them that they're doing something wrong. You might not want to, you might not do it, but you won't speak up and go get an adult and say, hey, you know, Mary or Elizabeth is doing this, and or John or Bob is doing this. And this is, you know, you won't say anything because you don't want to be a tattletale. You don't want the group to push you out. But it is better to stand alone with God and gain eternity. Maybe, you know, you guys might think it's hard to think about eternity. But here they're going to cause pain and suffering to their father. At minimum. I mean, they won't even know what's going on with Joseph, right? They're going to sell him. Joseph can't call and say, hey, I'm in Egypt. Hey, yeah, I'm in charge of Potiphar's house. Yeah, this is the greatest thing you ever did. I got a bed now. I don't have to sleep on the floor. You know, I got some really cool clothing. I'm really rich now. Thanks you guys for doing that with me. You couldn't send him an email. You couldn't even send him a letter. You know, we couldn't even send him a letter. Hey, yeah, Dad, I'm fine. Come on down to Egypt. When you get the chance, come on down to Egypt, you know. But here, this group thinking, this evil group thinking, because they were thinking about, each one of you were correct, they were only thinking about themselves. They didn't think about the pain and suffering that it would cause their father. And even when seeing, you know, they come and they tell their father, you know, and Dad's like, I said what? And he's blaming himself. He most likely blamed himself. Because I was the one who sent Joseph to go look for his brothers. He doesn't know about the hatred of what his brothers were thinking. Yaakov doesn't know about his sons, what they were thinking. So now, hatred makes you do stupid stuff. Jealousy leads to hatred, leads to lawlessness. So you're willing to break all the 10 commandments because you're jealousy. And you're willing to go along with the whole group thinking, yeah, Joseph was bad. Yeah, Shmui was bad. Right, Hadassah? Right, yeah, Shmui caused us to all get in trouble. Nana got us all in trouble again. Yeah, we're not going to play with Nana. Okay? So you go along with group thinking. No, Nana, you can't come in here. We're not playing with you anymore. No, Asher, you can't come in here. We're not going to play with you today because you got us all in trouble. Don't worry, Lev. It's going to happen. You're going to be able to grow up, hopefully. Okay? So the lesson that we got to learn is how to think for ourselves. Okay? Now, Joseph gets sold. Now, he's done nothing wrong. He doesn't understand that he's done nothing wrong. You know, he hasn't committed anything against Torah. He just told his brothers about his dreams. He has no control over his father's emotions. His father is his father. And he gets along with dad, maybe. So now in this picture here, let me get my little marker thing. Joseph, right here. I mean, he's probably really scared. But he did nothing wrong. Okay, so now let's move on. Okay, who wants to read this? Yeshua, read verse 36.
In Egypt, there many
Midianim.
Indianim sold Joseph to Pharaoh.
No. Potiphar.
Potiphar, one of Potiphar's
No. Look at the word.
Pharaoh's officials, a man had
Captain.
captain of the guards.
Okay, good job, Yeshua. Good job. Okay, so now Joseph's got to walk. Now he's a prisoner. So what? Do you think he was just walking, or do you think let's see, let's go over to Victoria. How do you think he got from where he was in Canaan to Egypt? Do you think they put him in an Uber vehicle?
No, I think they had those like, I don't know what they're called, but they're like wagons and cars at the same time.
Oh, so you thought he got a ride to Egypt?
Yeah.
So he got a lift instead of an Uber?
Well, because there were people taking him.
So you're going to take a slave, you're going to put him in a cart and have him ride over to Egypt?
Oh, wait. No, wait. Hold on. I think they they were probably on camels and they just like brought him like they probably had a rope connecting to his hands. So then he just like walked for like until they got to Egypt.
You think it was a short walk or a long walk?
Long walk.
And you just thinking they had the rope around his hands?
Yeah, that connected like from the camel, I guess, or like the person, so then he wouldn't like escape.
How long do you think they had to walk? You think it was like an hour walk, a 2 hour walk, 3 day journey, a 4 day journey?
I think like maybe a 2-day journey if they stopped, I think.
You think they gave him a bed to sleep in then overnight?
No.
Hmm. What do you think, Marley? How do you think they got Canaan from Canaan or wherever they were to Egypt?
I would like the picture says, say camels. Maybe
You
even a
think
donkey.
you think Joseph rode on a camel or a donkey?
I think he walked.
Your name's Marley?
Yeah, most of the slaves that I see in movies or that I think would walk
You think it was a short walk or a long walk?
long,
How long?
at least 60 miles.
So how many days do you think that took to go, or one day?
I'd say around like 7, 8 maybe.
8 days?
Yes.
So do you think they gave him a bed to sleep in?
No.
Okay, Allie Mae, you're shaking your head no. How long, Allie Mae, do you think it took him to get from where he was to Egypt?
Well, if it was 60 miles, it wouldn't take 8 days.
How long would it take?
Most likely, maybe 4 days, 4 or 5 days.
So 4 days. Do you think they fed him over the journey?
No.
So you're walking and you're not eating, you're using a
Well,
plan?
they probably did feed him just to keep him free.
Hey, get closer to your mic.
They probably did feed him a little bit.
What if he had to go to the bathroom?
And he just used the bathroom.
You think they had any toilet paper to give him?
No.
No toilet paper?
No, because everybody bought it already.
Yeah, they were hoarding it.
Yeah.
So he's on this 5-day journey. You think they give him any water to drink?
Yeah, because if they didn't give him any water, he'd probably die.
Okay, yeah, they got to get their money back for buying him, right?
Yeah.
So do you think they treated him nicely?
No.
But Joseph didn't do anything wrong.
He didn't do anything.
All right, we're going to wrap up our class now. We're going to wrap up today's class. Good class, everybody. We're going to pick this up tomorrow. And Joseph getting to Egypt and what's going on there. All right, let me get you all on my screen here. And we're going to,
Bye-bye. Can I say something quickly based on the journey?
okay, go ahead.
I don't think it took days. I'm pretty sure it took months.
Months?
Yeah, it may take months. Because remember, these are animals that are helping. And remember, they have big loads, which means that they probably had to like rest for a little bit, get the load off their backs for a little bit.
Well, maybe you can look up distance and bring it to class tomorrow.
Okay.
And then tell us how many miles we could travel in one day. Because remember, they walked a lot and they traveled quickly. All right. Let me get you all. I got you all on my screen now. I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 10. Allie Mae had her hand up first.
5.
Nope. Hadassah.
8.
Nope. Lev.
I'm guessing 7.
Nope. Marley. Black Hat Marley.
7. I mean 8. No, 9.
Which one is it?
9.
Nope. Adrian.
3.
Nope. Yeshua.
1. Oh.
1 or 4?
4.
Nope. Victoria.
I don't know.
6.
You got it. Close us in prayer.
Okay. Thank you, God, for this day. Thank you for giving us this lesson. Thank you for giving us Rabbi to teach us. And thank you for giving us our parents and this wonderful day and letting us have education. In Yeshua's name, amen.
Amen. Have a great day, everybody. Shalom, chickens.